And then after the show, the official wrestling and makeout spot, we parked. Mac and his moulted girlfriend in the backseat, going straight to grappling and lip-locking. Me and my fix-up date, both embarrassed from hearing first their groans, then the slight pop of one forced button, before the pop of another button. Oh, half-hearted. No, Mac, no, I don't think so. And then every time I slowly let my arm drift across my date's shoulder, that porno flick soundtrack would spook her from the backseat, make her slide away. And we ended up taking turns pushing radio buttons, searching for a song, any song to drown out whatever was going on back there in the backseat. And I was finally settling on Paul Revere and the radio. Because it was just so fucking loud. And this went on until curfew. They were in the backseat doing God knows what. Me in this Kevlar vest in the front seat punching alien buttons while inquiring politely about each other's majors. After we dropped our dates off at the dorm, Mac had to start rubbing it in about how he'd gone in the backseat with his non-stop groans of remembered pleasure, all the while running two fingers back and forth under his nose. At one point, he came leaning over to offer me a lift while I was trying to drive us home. I said, no, what's my fingers? But then, when we get back to our hotel, we got back to the motel, there they were again, Major Lance and Mary Wells with their manager, and they were signing in at the front desk. Miss Wells, you were fantastic. You were incredible. Mary Wells smiled at us. Her lips were fuchsia, so glossed. You boys are sweet, she said. We stand on your tips. How would you boys go up in a room for a little drink? You know, come on up, boys. We can have a nightcap. Time stood still. It was likely that our mouths opened, but certainly no words were coming. Mac was no help, him with his wet spotted underwear. So it was up to me to answer. I was the one that had to say something. I said, well, thanks, Miss Wells, but I don't drink. I might well have added, I don't fuck either. But the truth is sometimes in short supply when it could stand up on its hind legs and do some good. Well, another time then, Mary Wells smiled, and we said, good night. But as it turned out, our rooms are right next to each other. Mary giving a little wave at her door, like the offer was still good, even though I was utterly no good. And Mac was plainly used up. So we just waved back, went in, and flopped on our bed to watch a little Johnny Carson. Mac saying, look at laughing at Johnny's first guest because he had this huge white suit on. It was Tennessee Williams. And Mac was saying, well, that guy's a queer. Of course, I knew better than that. I said, actually, Mac, I think all playwrights talk that way. But Mac wasn't listening. He had rolled over and was now mumbling words to his exploratory fingers as though they had just returned from some incredible journey, which they had, actually. And incredible to me, of course. And when he began to snore softly, I decided it was just not right to jerk off with Mac in the bed right beside me. Instead, I turned off the TV and lay there in the dark. And in the dark, I could hear a soft voice coming from the other side of the wall. Mary Wells unwinding with someone, perhaps on the phone, having her nightcap finally. She sounded tired. Their manager said they would be getting up early to go even deeper into Georgia's piney woods. They would be driving across an ancient sea-floor plain to a Saturday night show in a cinder-block VFW, the Chitlin Circuit, because back in Detroit, Diana Ross was backstabbing Mary, seducing Barry Gordy into cutting back on Mary Wells' career. Diana Ross denying Mary Wells any more really good songs. And Major Lance, too, was near the end of his run. He would not only never have another big hit, he would do the kind of hard times with cocaine that mostly just black men serve before Major Lance died poor in Decatur, Georgia in 1992. And Mac, my friend from Multi, my roommate, he was going to fail his Chemistry 121 final the next week because he hadn't taken his books. He was going to receive a big fat F in the course, get reclassified 1A, and be taking his draft as a goal within 6 weeks. That's how fast the system worked. By summer, I was getting postcards from Mac, a private first class at Fort Lewis in Washington, and by late autumn, he had stepped on a landmine in the Central Highlands outside of Pleiku. And my fix-up date with the Kevlar undergarments would play by the rules and never put out until her honeymoon. In me, I would soon drop out of college for supposedly Buddhist reasons, run away to San Francisco to work on the docks, and start taking enormous amounts of acid, enough either to permanently mix me up or make me spiritual. Yet somewhere in there, I did finally get sympathetically laid. But for that one Friday night in the winter of 1966, our small family of people were in a shared orbit. We shared fortunes, held fast by each other's gravitational pull. For that one night we were together, but never again, the same way all of us here tonight in this room will never be together again. And in that naked night a long time ago, we didn't know it, but we were already spinning apart, centrifugal, expanding like the universe, a universe that can't help itself, same as we can't help ourselves. We were obeying physical and emotional laws we had no say in. We were obeying physical and emotional laws we can never quite understand. But mostly, by the end of that night, we were all just tired. None of us could see the arcs of our lives, how they would play out. We didn't care about the big picture. We were just in the moment. We were blessed. Blessed as we all are here tonight. Love y'all. Thank you. Thank you.